voltage data based on how much pressure is on it. So that is based on how much of you is making contact with it and how much mass is on it and where you're standing. So you can hear that crackling thing happen depending on where I am.
So basically what we have here is just rooms full of old equipment, and so no one really sees this equipment, no one really uses it. And so what we've done here is we've got these floors that can normally only connect to old synthesizers, but what we've done is we've created a setup where we can then take the data from these floors and then send that data into the computer and then use those values in different ways than you used to be able to. And for example, we can now use it with all modern music software and then control whatever effects or whatever sounds we want to from that data. What we're doing now is taking the data from these floor sensors and then connecting it to the computer, and then from there we can then map those values to whatever we want.
That's the general idea. We've got Play-Doh, different lumps of Play-Doh, which when you bring them together completes an electronic circuit and triggers a sound. As you squeeze them, you get higher pitched, and then as you pull it apart, it should get lower pitched. And so you pull it all the way apart, and it pops. It may boil down to being about the same thing, about the sound, about the music, but there are different ways of going about it. So this is just one, one approach.
I'm interested in any kind of music that explores boundaries, and I think an experimental approach to music is an interesting one. Some of the most rewarding experiences that you can have as a human being, I think, are the things that come out of playful experimentation with things. I think it's the essence of being human in some sense. Or part of that essence is this playful experimentation with new possibilities, and that's what I love about it. This is a theremin. It was invented in 1919 by the Russian scientist and later KGB spy Lev Theremin. It's played without physical contact with the instrument. There are two aerials, the one on the right which controls pitch and the one on the left here, the loop, which controls the volume. I think it's just great to see a new generation of students who share some of my enthusiasms, I guess you could say, for exploring the boundaries of music, and they come up with incredibly surprising things. I'd never conceived of a Play-Doh musical instrument, for example. That's just one example among many of the fantastic imagination that students have.